Formula One is named as such because the participants agreed to a set of rules where the formula are the rules and the one referring to the fact that this is the top tier of motor races. Let's hope we see a good effort from McLaren here today. In recent times they've fallen to somewhat of a midfield team. The last time the constructor won a world championship was in 1998. The record for the most cars in an F1 race was achieved at the 1953 German Grand Prix, 34 cars. The race with the fewest entries saw only 6 cars line up on the grid. Race due to tyre safety concerns. F1's distinctive sound.
Testing. All right, folks, we are underway. Great to be back. Race Spec is underway for another series, Season 9, coming at you. It's been great to be at your place or wherever you're tuning in from. And tonight's edition opens the Pacific Open Series Tier 1 competition and Round 1 coming to you from Austria. I'm your host, Mike Wilson, and joining me for qualifying is the co-host of and host of Sonny's Formula Fun, Sonny Wilson. Sonny, how are you this evening?
I'm feeling great and pumped up for some F1 commentary, and I am ready to get going on the qualifying. And what I expect, Mike, is fast laps, purple sectors, and maybe a bit of spins here and there.
Bit of spins too. Oh, not putting too much faith in the guys, I see, but they will be on the ragged edge. So yes, spins are certainly a possibility as we watch Gaming Burger come over the line. And looks like he's just starting a lap. We'll quickly get... Ooh, I'm just a bit rusty here on the... It's been a while now since I've done this, and I'll just get some details up on screen. We want the best laps there. Get rid of the tyres. I'll try and find a guy on a fast lap as well. He's the Aston of BDE Trin. I only just got introduced to these guys in the last day or so, so I'll do my best to get the pronunciation of the names correct. But
try your best, Dad.
I'll certainly butcher a few, no doubt. I'm butchering this commentary, this directing at the moment, trying to find a runner on a fast lap. We've seen Midas Mella go up to 5th, albeit 8/10. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Here we go. There's some lap data for us, and we'll get that track map happening as well. Might get rid of the telemetry. We don't quite need that. And further down, we'll go back to Gaming Burger. So he's going to have another crack at a lap as Wash Data goes to the top of the pops with a 103.9. Pipping,
not a bad score.
Yeah, pipping Death, who comes into the pits by a full 10. Gaming Burger's going to come back into the pits, look for a new set of tyres. We'll go to the Ferrari of Clean Break. He's about to round the final couple of corners and start his hot lap, see where he can get that Ferrari on the timesheet. Why don't we ride with the Ferrari, actually? Sonny, perhaps you can step in there and take us around a lap of the A1 ring in Austria.
So if we go through Castrol Corner, as we go a little downhill, just gentle, through a kink, up the hill, heading to turn 2, our slowest corner on the track, clean break. Not a bad sector 1, as now we see him going through the straight into my favourite turn, Schloss Gold. Jesus, hard to get the pronunciation right. As he goes through turn 4, through turn 5. Oh, he gets it off, and there's the spin like I predicted.
Well, you called it, and you got to talk us right through that one. Clean break, just pushing a little bit too hard there going into the second sector, so he'll have to take that one back to the pits and have another crack at it. Let's go to
Red Bull.
The RBR of RBR. He's just about to finish off this lap, heading up to the penultimate corner.
Through.
He's going to box. He's going to box. He's going to fizz our excitement and come into the pits.
Instead of going through Mobile 1 curve, he goes into the pits. So bye. As let's get the Kick Alfa Romeo on.
Well, actually, we might. I don't think he's on a hot lap here, so we'll see what Washed Data's up to in the Mercedes. He's having a red hot crack.
What a beautiful corner there as he's onto sector 3. This is looking good for the Washed Data.
Big wide entry into the penultimate corner.
This is looking really good. And it
over the line, didn't quite get there. He's about 500ths away from Daniel Koo in the Alpha, who re-enters the pits.
So
it's close at the top.
100th of it. 100th, about 400th of a second away. As we see Prezzo now.
But he's invalidated his lap, so we'll leave him be. We'll check out his teammate, Orphan Drop.
Dropping the Orphan. Okay, so now he goes downhill through the middle of this lap. Good corner there, good apex and good exit there as he's going up full speed. This could be a good lap from Orphan Drop.
Flings it into the second to last corner, out of the last. Might have left a little bit of table on the table in that last corner.
So it gets him up to 9th, 3 places ahead of his teammate, Prezzo.
Oh, who was that? Did I see someone facing the wrong way? It might have been
McLaren. The McLaren stopped there. I think it was him.
As we go to the other Ferrari of Steely, yet to put a time in the bank, but looks like he's about to. If he can negotiate this final corner, does so.
And
goes
1 of 5.
14th, 1.2 behind the benchmark set by Daniel Koo. Here's a Ghost Rider in the Alpha Tauri.
And as you saw before the rear wing flying, I've sensed that there was a McLaren off because the orange dot was nowhere. And I figured that's Prezzo. So we see Ghost Rider going through the Austrian turn.
Coming into the second last quarter. Oh, is he going to box as well? That's another disappointment there. Not quite giving us a lap. Gaming Burger, now we touched base with him at the top of the session. He has still yet to set a time. Just himself and RBR at the bottom of the sheets there. And we'll say a quick hello to, I think it's Robluck Official. Sorry if I've got that pronunciation wrong there, mate. Robluck Official, nice to have you joining us in the comments. Anyone else tuning in, please make yourself known in the comments. Let us know your thoughts, predictions for the race, qualifying, anything you want to share with us. It's always good to have plenty of you taking part in the comments, making it a more interactive production. As Gaming Burger puts his time on the board now, 6/10 shy. That puts him on the 5th row of the grid, currently 9th. And I'd say, where'd RBR go? He put in a lap. He got up to 3rd, only a 10th off the fastest time. That's a good lap from the Red Bull.
Yeah, as we see the Alfa Romeo overtaking the Ferrari of Daniel Cool.
So he's the man holding the current benchmark time, provisional pole 103.8, and he's gone purple in that first sector. So he's found a bit more time already.
So we'll see if he can get an even higher time this time around, as we see him go through Schlossgold into turn 4. Down the hill, round about halfway through the lap now as he navigates turn 6 and 7. Great cornering there, as you always see from a quality driver. He goes through Rindt into the Mobile 1 curve. Let's see, can he make a new benchmark? It looks like it, and he
can.
does.
103.5 shaves 3/10.
Let's just take a look at the timing screen, and that was all purple sectors.
Got the lot. So what can the rest do about that? We've got roughly just about 6.5 minutes left in the session. So a few entering the pits, coming in for new tyres, and getting ready to go for one more crack at the top prize, pole position.
As we saw just then, Steely, probably he's going to have a crack at a fast lap, so why don't we head down to him?
Here's your man Steely now. 1.5 off the pace. He's just currently on an out lap though. We might come back to him. Ghost Rider has invalidated his lap. Clean break. I guess looking for a clean break. He comes over the line, goes to 10th, 5th row of the grid. 9/10 shy of Daniel Koo. So that's a good improvement. Banana Cake Pie now has been, I think, last season's championship winner. Has been relegated to 18th. He's in the pits. We'll go back to your man Steely now. He might be just about ready to start that hot lap, as we also say a hello to Matt S in the comments. I don't know if I want to read this one out. Hi Sonny, ditch dad and go solo. The world is ready. Well, fine, if you don't need me, I'm out of here. See you later.
Get ditched.
Get ditched.
Just ditch him. Spam. As we see Steely through second turn, our slowest, goes down the straight where I remember Kimi Raikkonen crashed into Fernando Alonso, flipped his car, almost over the wall there.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, geez, you'll be doing well. What year was that? 2015, maybe?
14.
14, sorry, I knew you'd know.
As you see him before navigating Schlossgold, now into turn 6 and 7. One of my favourite corners in Austria, Pine Schlossgold. As then he heads down the straight. He hasn't got entirely fresh air in front of him, as there's a Mercedes in front of him, as he navigates through a wind. This could be good for Steely.
Over the line, doesn't improve, stays 16th. He'll be on the 8th row if he can't get in and get back out and pump in another time. Let's check out Sir SS Jassassin, SSJ Assassin. I like Jassassin better. Jassassin, but I'd say, and he's just gone so far wide. He's ended up out in the car park on the final corner, so that lap will be no good. He shan't be improving as we go down to, how are we going to say that one? Bedetron?
Bedetron, yeah.
I did message the drivers through the week. I said, tell me how to pronounce the names, otherwise I'm just going to say them how I'm going to say them. I get the feeling I'll be getting a few messages after this race. I'm going with Bedetron for now.
Bedetron,
as he's purpled the second sector. So this could be a hot lap. Currently 7 seconds off Daniel Koo's time. Look at that.
This is looking good.
So committed on the entry to the penultimate corner. Oh, gets a little bit out of shape on the final corner. But it's good enough to go for second row of the grid. 4/10, just missed out on third. by a mere 4 thousandths. It's very close between second and fifth at the moment.
The top three, Daniel Koo, Wash Dada and RBR, have been in the same place since the third minute into qualifying.
Here's Banana Cake Plays. Picked himself up off the bottom of the timesheets and moved up to 12th. I'm not sure if he's going on another lap here or not. Or just, I don't think he'd be in too much of a hurry to get back to the pits, because if he doesn't do it on this lap, he's not going to get another shot at it. So I'll just bring up that telemetry for this, see what the battery power is. No, he's going to pit.
No fuel.
So we've got a few more coming out of the pits now, getting ready to have one last crack.
As we see the Ghost Rider, he's going to have a crack at a final lap. Let's see if he can get it in. It's not looking too bad for the Ghost Rider, as we see him go through Schlossgold. Hard to pronounce that corner.
You can just, I think you can just say turn 4. That'll be fine.
It's turn 3, I think. Or
Alright, so the Alpha Tauri of Ghost Rider slinging it through corner to corner. 1.4 off the provisional pole time currently. Throws it through the final corner. Does he improve? Does. Goes up to 15th. 1.1. So he found 3/10 or so there. Good little improvement. Now let's go to the top guys. They've come out of the pits. I'm just going to have a very quick look at who's leading the way. I think it is this man, Washed Data. He's first. So this will complete his out lap. 30 seconds left on the clock. We've got a few guys out on track now going for it. It's going to be hell for leather in these dying seconds of qualifying. If you've just joined us, this is the very first opening round of the Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship to kick off Season 9 of the Race Spec Esports Championships. Wash Data into turn 3 now. One of the slowest corners on the calendar.
so we see Wash Dada, Death, and RBR9 707 has had a good lap. As we see Wash Dada, what can he do with this? Bompton Phipps moves up to 5th. What?
Oh, he's invalidated the lap. He's invalidated the lap.
That would be on course, I'd say.
Here comes Daniel Koo out of the final corner. Can he improve on his current time of 1:03.5? That's a no. RBR with the final chance. Oh no, he's going to come into the pits. So, just like that, qualifying is over. No one improving on their previous times that we saw. Daniel Koo holds the top spot in the Alfa Romeo, a mere 5 100ths ahead of RBR in the Red Bull. And look at that, 4 different constructors in the top 4. Love that always. And the Alfa Romeo poleman's teammate Bompton B. Hibbs in 5th, 4/10ths shy. So, good little qualifying session. That sets it up well for the race. We are going to take a very quick break. We'll be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere. The race just on the other side of this. Alrighty, folks, strap yourselves in. Round 1 of the Race Spec Esports Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship is about to begin. Austria will host the first round. We've got some guys showing up there as disqualified. I hope that's just a bit of a glitch and that'll get sorted. I hope we can get a better view on the grid. We're about 5 miles away here. Thanks for nothing, Mr. Director. As the lights go out and we get underway, I can see a whole bunch of ants leaving the grid. Here we go. As RBR goes up the inside, he'll snatch the lead. The Mercedes of Wash Data's going to pip them all. Goes through up into first place as leads the run down towards turn 3. Oh, that was fantastic. Just sides his way up the inside as Daniel Koo looks to retake the lead. They'll go side by side through turn 3. The Mercedes, the Alfa Romeo with the RBR waiting in the wings to pick up any scraps left between these two. Down to turn 4. Daniel Koo, the pole sitter, looking to retake that first position. Side by side with Wash Data. They're not done with each other yet. Still side by side. The Alfa Romeo pokes his nose in front. The Mercedes has to yield now. Oh, fantastic start. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Plenty more racing like that, please. So it's Daniel Koo, Wash Data, RBR, Death in the... Well, might go with Death in the Williams there. Now putting under pressure the Red Bull of RBR. Can't quite get close enough as we see in the background a little duel going on between the Aston. Oh, did get a bit out of shape there. And now Pondon in the Red Bull is going to look to close in and get alongside the Aston. Oh, look at this. Oh, they come close to touching. Very close to touching down towards turn 3. Red Bull goes up the inside. The Aston hangs it out on the outside. Doesn't want to give up 6th place that easily. Plenty of action at the A1 ring already. We don't even have DRS in play yet. Look at him go. Daniel Koo still leads. Wash Data 2nd. D 3rd. RBR 4th. Bompton B. Hibbs in 5th. And this man, Bidetron, still trying to grasp these names, in the Aston Martin in 6th place. So we'll go back up front as Daniel Koo now completes lap 2, half distance for those of you new to the series, which constitutes 36 laps in this case for Austria. Wash Data still there in 2nd, and he's now got the attention of this man Death, closing in 3rd. Getting right up onto the rear. Oh, the Mercedes has gone well wide there through 3. That's going to open the door. Williams tucks back into his slipstream. Can he get close enough? DRS open now and available on the Mercedes. And I'd say that just saved his bacon on that instance. Williams couldn't get close enough. Plenty of hard-fought action already. We're only on lap 3. This is good to see. We've got a yellow flag back there. Someone's run wide in Sector 2. Gathered it up, though. We've still got all 18 runners. I think we were scheduled for 20. But the yellow flag out again. It's Ghost Rider's had a moment coming out of the second-to-last corner. He's gathered it up and gotten going again, but he now drops about 7 seconds off the back of the pack. So we go back up at front and see the Alfa Romeo of Daniel Koo under pressure from the Mercedes, who's under a bit of pressure himself from the Williams of Death. Still there in 3rd position. He's just starting to back the pack up a little bit now, is Daniel Koo. So we've got Alfa Romeo first, Mercedes second, Williams third, Red Bull fourth, Aston fifth. Lap 5 commences, and it is close at the top. Barely more than 6/10 between any of the top 6 drivers. This is good. Now, the Mercedes, with DRS assistance, pulls to the inside. He's not going to fight it too hard there, Daniel Koo. Might have thought he had the pace. However, doesn't. Slots back into second. Is that a tactic? Is that a tactic because he knows he'll get DRS coming out of, see the rear wing on the Alfa open there. Gets his own DRS. I don't think he's going to get close enough to the Mercedes. Down into turn 4, he won't. Has to settle on that for now. We'll bring up the tyre situation too. We failed to check that at the start. There it is. No one opting to start the race on the softs. We've got these two out front on the mediums. Then Deeth and RBR in third and fourth respectively on the hard tyre. Detron fifth on the medium, and then the next 3 guys all on hards themselves. So that's good. That's good to see a nice mix of tyre strategy in there. That'll really change things up towards the middle of the race. So we see these guys getting ready to duel down to turn 3 once more. This is 2, that kink in the road there. It's barely a turn, but a turn nonetheless as the Alfa Romeo just pokes his nose out, thinks about a move. He's got to stay close. Behind RBR goes through into third place. He's caught the Williams napping. Gets through, but this tussle ain't over yet. They're side by side. Where are they? Oh, look at this. They are very close there. Down into turn 4. The Williams are going to try and hang it out on the outside. Always a hard corner to do so, and he'll have to submit. And we've got a safety car. Why is that? We've had an incident at the back of the pack, have we? Was it between Ghost Rider Steely, perhaps? Steely's dropped off the back of the pack there. Might have been an incident coming out of turn 3. Does he have a front wing on that Ferrari? We can't quite see. If Mr. Producer would give us a better angle on that Ferrari, please, instead of this silly on board. Either way, safety car's out, and that's going to mean action aplenty at the front of the pack with the drivers coming into the pit. So it's going to be the medium runners who duck in. The hard runners are all going to stay out by the looks of it, bar for clean break. He's staying out in the Ferrari too on those mediums. He's not ready to box yet. Action stations aplenty in the pits. Here come the former leaders, Wash Data and Daniel Koo back out. Where are they going to slot back into the pack? 10th and 11th. And that Ferrari of Steely is in and out. We again failed to see if he needed a new front wing or not. Regardless, it's going to drop him to the back of the pack. So interesting that we had a safety car but didn't actually lose a runner. So there might have been debris on the track. So we get to take a little hiatus at the moment. Just trying to look ahead. Are the lights out on that safety car? I think they might be. Or am I just hoping that? Yeah, wishful thinking. Oh, there they are. Flashing their little hearts out. Alright, while the lights are on the safety car, I am going to take myself a quick break. Don't you go anywhere, or quickly run off, grab a drink. Do what you need to. Be back shortly. Here we go, folks. Strap yourself in. Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship is about to get back underway. Oh, and he's holding him up, the RBR. Oh, it's the RBR of RBR holding him up. Here we go again with that silly view where they all look like ants, and there's a bit of action down there for third and fourth. The Mercedes up the inside of the Red Bull. Red Bull Pondon will come out on top this time. Jay Whitey drops back to fifth, now sixth thanks to clean break. He makes a clean pass on with him yet. The Mercedes lunges up the inside. Those hard tyres screaming under the pressure. A clean break goes well ahead. Those mediums doing their job. As we look ahead to Bompton H. Phibbs, there's a bit of... did they touch him and Pondon in the Red Bull? We've got another yellow flag. At this time it's Jay Whitey. He's come out of turn 4, worse for wear, facing the wrong direction. Not sure what would have happened. We were just with him. He wasn't close to the Ferrari of clean break. I hope his teammate didn't take him out. And that's left the Mercedes reeling in 18th place. That might be the answer to our question, is it? We got clean break coming into the pits. And he needs a new nose cone, so there might have been a bit of contact between himself and the Mercedes of Jay Whitey. They didn't look close when they were on the run down to turn 4. Anyway, what's done is done. Maybe someone can fill us in on that later. We've got a Williams there in the pits as well. That's Midas Media. That was it, and wasn't a quick stop either, so he might have needed a bit of damage repair. Meanwhile, his teammate faring a lot better in second place and right on the gearbox of RBR. Just ahead there on your screen, we've got another yellow flag, this time in Sector 2, although I think it's just someone's run wide. Gathered it back up. Oh, and the Red Bull gets well out of shape there coming out of the final corner. He's going to be a sitting duck for the Williams of Death, who takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. And yet another lead change. This is good to see. Gonna have to do it though without DRS now. The Red Bull closes right in on his tail. We've got a McLaren off down at turn 1. I think it's... was it off and drop? Yeah, where is he? Facing the wrong way, trying to get it pointed in the right direction. Gets a move on, he might be able to hold 15th from clean break. Back out front, D. He's got the attention of RBR. He wants that first place back, and he wants it now. Oh, DRS is going to play a big part in this race. What's happened there? Someone further down the field, it might be Davis, has had a moment in the Alpine. He's dropped down to 16th. So the boys starting to get a bit frisky, a few spins, a few bit of contact here as we see a Daniel Koo move up from 5th to 4th, the pole sitter, making his way back through the field. Fresher, hard tyres there. 6 laps younger than the cars around him, and he's making good progress. Purple sector's the first sector. Bedetron in the background there, going hammer and tong with the Red Bull of Pondon. Now, in the meantime, RBR's taken first place back. He's now back in the lead. Another lead change again. How's this going to play out? They're all on the same tyre strategy now, the top 3 drivers, and that the DRS is so powerful at the moment. I'm not even sure you'd want to be leading going into the last lap. The way this is going, whoever gets out in front just gets past. And now things are really close. We've got a tight battle in the top 3. Throw Daniel Koo into the mix on 6-lap younger tyres. Look at him go. He's sizing up his teammate. Should make easy work of him coming down. Well, I say that, but his teammate forces him to the outside. Nonetheless, gets it done well before the corner. Oh, and goes so close. So much stronger under brakes there than the Red Bull of RBR in front of him, who's now trying to challenge for the lead down into turn 4, up the inside. Gets it done. Deeth needs to keep an eye out behind himself now, as well as Daniel Koo closes in. As we look down from above, look at that. Top 5, all in the one shot. Fantastic to see. And you can just see in the braking zone there how much more of an advantage Daniel Koo has on those 6-lap younger tyres. How's this next lap going to shape out? This is going to be interesting. So it's RBR from Deeth. Daniel Koo there in third. We got Vedetran goes past the other Alfa Romeo of Bompton Fibs. Gets it done. Bompton Fibs ain't done with him yet. Look at this, closing in, forced to the outside. One wheel off the track. His teammate up ahead. Daniel Koo almost gets past. He does get past. Vedetran takes 2 of them at once. What a move. Now looking at second place. Won't get that done, but still has to deal with Daniel Koo on his outside. That Williams got well out of shape there, but Vedetran smells blood in the water. Probably not the best corner to be trying an overtake on. His second to last one. But if he just stays close enough, you can try and line it up going down, or potentially into turn 1. You'd consider, yeah, just like that, staying behind, staying close, and then getting it done on the way into turn 3. There's the Aston. He's not exactly closing in at a great rate of knots. Not close enough this time. And behind the Alfa Romeos, still duking it out. So Daniel Koo looked like he was on a charge before. Those hard tyres of his own might have just dropped off a bit. Here's the Williams and the Aston going at it again. And Vedetran goes into second ahead of the Williams. This might be the first opportunity. If they keep going at it behind RBR here, can we see the Red Bull pull out that ever-important 1+ second gap to break the DRS? Doesn't look like he's going to, though. That gap, 7/10. As we start lap 16. Creeping closer to half distance. And there's a crucial couple of penalties. We'll check the situation just to make sure they are only 3-seconders. Yeah, Deeth in third, Bompton Fibs in 5th, and down there in 10th, Ghost Rider, all picking up their first 3-second penalties. So those will certainly play a part come the end of the race. So lap 17 of the Austrian Grand Prix. For those of you just joining us, this is the Race Spec Esports Pacific Open Series Tier 1 Championship. And you're watching the Aston Martin of Vedetran there, closing in on the leader, RBR 9707. Leads the way, And right behind, watching the action, Daniel Koo. He did start the race on pole. He's got trouble of his own in the form of Deaths Williams. He goes up the inside at turn 4. Gets a nice move done. And snatches that last podium position. Still a long way to go, though. We haven't reached half distance quite yet. Two Alphas now 4th and 5th. They're really dueling. Daniel Koo, he was on a charge 5 laps ago. Now he's really dropping off. Falls into the clutches of his teammate. Ooh, that was uncomfortably close round the second last corner. We've got Orphan drop in the back. Oh, sorry, wrong McLaren. It's Prezzo. Prezzo's gone off. Bass down at turn 8. He's got it going again. We'll hold 11th spot. Just. He's got clean break and Sir SSJ Assassin closing in behind. Oh, and then almost as if I predicted it, Orphan Drop has gone off now. Same corner, I believe, as well. That's become a Bermuda Triangle for McLaren's. He drops to last. Any damage? Does he come into the pits? Looks like he's going to continue on. And back up front, Bidetron, amidst all that action with the McLaren duo, Bidetron's taken lead from RBR. Deeth in 3rd in the Williams. Bompton H. Phibbs in the Alphas dispatched his teammate Daniel Koo down into 5th spot. And this 5-way battle up front continues. How good is it? What an opening to the Tier 1 Pacific Open Series we've got on our hands here. Red Bull thinks about it, decides against it. He's going to want to try and get the most absolute cleanest run he can possibly get out of turn 3 to try and pull a move on the Aston down into turn 4. DRS assisted, switches to the outside, back to the inside, lunges up the inside. Do they touch? Oh, they do. Bit of tyre rubbing round turn 4. They're going to go side by side into turn 5. The Aston's got the inside line. Holds the lead for now, but geez, he was made to work for it. Aston, Red Bull, Williams, Alfa Romeo. Top 4 all very close, just watching each other's progress. How's this one going to play out? We've got another yellow flag. That's the McLaren of, I think it's Orphan Drop again. So I think he's spun it coming out of the pits, quite possibly. Not a happy day for the McLaren's. Bidetron there we saw coming out of turn 1, just getting a slither of oversteer. Will that open the door for the Red Bull? No DRS, because we've got a virtual safety car. That is why. And they're all going to have to pull up here. Maintain formation. Not sure what sparked that virtual safety car. This is where the spin of the McLaren was. Just looking for debris or something on the track. Can't see any at the moment. Few cars take the chance to jump into the pits. That is interesting with 16 laps to go. The Alpine of Davis chucks on the soft tyre. Oh, that's going to be a test to see if that tyre will go the remaining 16 laps. But I guess when you're that far back in the pack, you've got to try something sometimes. Never know what can happen. Now, who else has come? Let's just go ahead to, it's Bompton H. Phibbs in the Alfa Romeo. He's jumping in as we see Orphan Drop exit just behind him. Number 99 Alpha also departs. Remember, if you're joining us live, please share your thoughts in the comments. Somebody, give us your race predictions. It's chopping and changing at the top of the field. Who do you think from this top 5 might take the win, or do you think the winner might come from further down the field? Give us your podium predictions. We haven't even had a DNF yet. Maybe you want to predict who will be the first driver to depart the scene, if any. So far they've all been pretty well behaved. So we're back racing once more. RBR in the Red Bull leads the way. A mere 4/10 gap to Detron. Those guys stayed out under the virtual safety car. Just looking down through the field, we're gonna have to. It'll be certainly well worth keeping an eye on Bompton H Fibs down there. We'll just check the gap between him and the leader as there's more action up front here. Bompton H Fibs, so 14 seconds behind. If you can make those tyres last till the end, I mean, the others will pit and he'll definitely take the lead, but question will be what condition will those tyres be in come the end of the race, especially if the others do pit and take on, well, whether they go to soft tyres or not, I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what, conditions just starting to cloud over a bit. Is there another element about to be introduced into this race in the form of wet weather? Maybe these guys were expecting that and that's why they didn't pit during the virtual safety car. Maybe they're hanging out for a rain stop. Will we see intermediates before the end of this race? Is that... Just trying to look on the screen here. Is that rain falling now? It is. Okay. So, and as Matt S in the comments says, a bit of rain would be exciting. Might see some drifting perhaps. I think we could be about to. Who's going to pull the trigger on some intermediates first? If it happens, that's if the rain hangs around. Do they come in now, or do they go one more lap on the dry tyres? Oh, don't go anywhere, folks. The Austrian Grand Prix is just heating up. We'll follow our leader, RBR. Half a second of Detron. Does he pit? Doesn't look like he's going to. Another lap. So they go round once more. The rain just starts to get a little bit heavier. We've got one man on the inters already. So Bompton H Fibs came back in. So now that strategy is potentially looking to hurt him. Maybe on two fronts if he's pitted too early as well. As we see DRS open on that Aston Martin. He's on the outside of the Red Bull. Defended nicely from RBR. Didn't get a great run though. A little bit of slippage in the rain. Detron, he's going to go up the inside into turn 4, pulls alongside the Red Bull, gets the move done. Just parks it on the outside nicely. Lead change once more. The rain gets a little bit harder. Keep an eye on Bompton Fibs. Wash Data behind him in 10th, also on the inters. Clean Breaks come in and grabbed himself a pair of inters. A pair. Quartet, rather. These guys out front stay out more. Okay. So I'm just going to change the gaps back to intervals there, and we'll keep an eye on Wash Data and Bompton Fibs. They're 6 seconds ahead of Davis in the Alpine. Oh, it's a McLaren spin fest here today. That'll be the fourth time we've seen them facing the wrong direction. I think that might be the third for Orphan Drop. Got another yellow flag. Who's that this time? Is it? It's Midas or Middy's Mella. That's coming out of turn 4. So the rain really starting to fall now. It's having an effect. We've got a virtual safety car. Decision needs to be made right now for these guys out front. Look, regardless, they're going to pit, I would say anyway. Question is, do they go intermediates Or are they going to chuck on a pair of softs? Watch this space. Williams of Middies, who probably brought out the safety car, pits in front of him. Here they go. Oh, full lock on all wheels there. That Aston of Vedetran out of control. Inters. It's all inters. Oh, and the Williams of Deeth, because of Middy's Mellor coming in. Oh, this is costing him badly. He's just sat behind his teammate. Oh, Deeth, that was painful to watch. That's going to cost the Williams driver severely. He drops down to 6th. Virtual safety car's done and dusted. And Gaming Burger's gone up to 2nd, but he's still on the medium tyres. Oh, he's going to be like a fish out of water there. That's not going to go good for Gaming Burger. Got a yellow flag. Got Orphan Drops come in. He's retired the McLaren. His day is done. There's your first DNF. Oh, Gaming Burger slopping around in the wet. What has happened? Guess he was hoping it was going to dry up. It hasn't come to fruition. So we're now, I guess, classed as a wet race. No DRS assistance. We've got 10 laps to go as we start lap 27. I'm going to need to take a very quick break, folks. Please don't go anywhere. The final stages of the Austrian Grand Prix in the Race Spec Esports series coming at you right after this. We're on lap 28 of the Austrian Grand Prix. This is round 1 of the Pacific Open Series, Tier 1 category. And the man on screen, Vedetran, as all drivers have since switched to the intermediate tyres. We've only lost the one man so far. If you're just joining us, Orphan dropping the McLaren. Unfortunately dropped his McLaren about 3 times. We see a penalty go to, I believe, last year's championship winner, Banana Cake Pie. He finds himself up in 5th. So there's been a lot of chopping and changing since qualifying was completed. Banana Cake Pie, he's gone from 11th up to 5th, so that's a good effort there, but does have a 3-second penalty. So, relishing these wet conditions so far is Vedetran there in the Aston. He's pulled out his gap to just over a second. Similarly, RBR in second has done the same back to the pole sitter. Daniel Koo finds himself now in 3rd place. And Deeth, well, a good 12 seconds off the pace in fourth. Found himself double stacked behind his teammate. As we say hello to Dan DeMan in the comments. Oh, actually, Dan DeMan, is that Sir SSJ Assassin? So did he depart the scene briefly? Yeah, he's not there, unfortunately. He's there in spirit only. But his teammate, B. Detron, is well and truly there. First place, that gap now, 8/10. RBR slowly closing in. He started in second, RBR, still finds himself in second. As we look down from on high at the leaders. Love that helicopter view. I think some of the, we got a safety car. Safety car is out. So, and they've just gone past the pits. Look, I guess there's probably no need to pit with what'll be 6 laps to go, as lap 31's about to. Oh, sorry, it's lap 30 commencing. So we've got 7 laps to go. Banana Cake Pie immediately gets a slow down turbo penalty, speeding under the safety car. Wash Data's going to pit. Another set of inters. Jeez, he looked rapid there, crossing the line. Didn't get a penalty. Slowed it down enough. I assume it's going to be another set of inters. Be ludicrous to go for anything else. Just check the penalty situation here while we've got a chance. 3 seconds of Daniel Koo as well, but he's well ahead of the next man, Deeth, who has a 3-second penalty of his own. Banana Cake's actually got himself a drive-through penalty. So, ooh, ouch, that is going to hurt. That's going to drop. Well, he's got 9 seconds. I don't know what a drive-through costs you at this particular track. Wash Data will have 3 seconds of his own. I think Banana Cake Pie already had 3 seconds of his own on top of that. So this is where some of those races get a bit annoying. You got to pull out the abacus and start calculating the penalty situation. By the way, it's been action aplenty. Great opening round so far. The Tier 1 Pacific Open Series. Big thank you to all of you who have joined us from the top. Big thank you to Sonny, my co-commentator, who joined me during qualifying. The host of Sonny's Formula Fun. You can join Sonny and Dad on their YouTube channel. New races showing at 3 p.m. every Sunday. So we've still got the safety car out on track for now. Yeah, Matt S in the comments, can they set up the drive-through on the last lap? A la Michael Schumacher in Silverstone 1998. That's a good question. I don't know how that works, actually, if they were to do that. I still found the Michael Schumacher one dubious, to be honest, but I was a Mika Hakkinen fan. But regardless, I still don't get how you can serve the penalty after you cross the finish line, but maybe we'd go into that one another day. Now, the lights out on that safety car yet? This is... no. Turn them lights off. Burnt Mylander. Get him off. It's just a camera hog. So we're going to have to go another lap behind the safety car. Boo hiss. We've still got about 5 drivers trying to catch up to the back of the pack. They're well out of sequence. You see last place, Jay Whitey there, right in the guts of the pack. Right in the comic cuts. Steely 15th. Might quickly go through all the runners there, so if you want to point yourselves out to your mum or your significant other or your pet budgerigar, whoever's watching on, cheering you on today. We missed Orphan drop, but shout out to Orphan. Gave it a good crack today, and there's always next week. We've still got another 14 rounds this championship to come. Here's Middy's Mella coming out of the pits. Hello to Jay Whitey. Steely in the Ferrari. Ghost Rider in the pits there in the Alpha Tauri. Hello to you and your intermediate rear tyre there. Davis in the Alpine. Sir SS. J Assassin may not be there. Bompton H Fibs, he's been a busy man this race in the Alfa Romeo. He's been here, there and everywhere. Clean break in the Ferrari. How you doing? Prezzo. F1, the sole remaining McLaren, having a peek up the inside of this man. Pondon in the Red Bull. Washed Dada. The lead Mercedes. Behind the Gaming Burger. In the lead Alpha Tauri. The lead Haas. The only Haas, Banana Cake Pie, the man I'm told won last year's series. D, another one who's had a busy day. Gains back that deficit he lost in the pits. Daniel Koo took pole position, now finds himself in third with a bit of work to do. 4 laps remaining. And RBR in the RBR. Started second, finds himself second. Leading the rest of the pack in their pursuit of this man, Bidetron, who's out in front, gets us going once more. It's a 3-lap soggy dash to the finish. Look at the action back here already. Oh, I hate this view. This is ridiculous. There we are. Banana Cake Pie moves up into 4th. We've got... No, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. Is he letting him through? Back up to 3rd spot. Daniel Koo dives up the inside, tries to take 2nd, slaps the Red Bull on his way through. Bit of contact. But looks like he'll hold the position. Yellow flags further down. Meanwhile, Bidetron just clears the scene while these two behind him battle it out for 2nd place. So this is looking good for the Aston driver if he can keep it on the straight and narrow for another 2.5 laps. Deeth down there in 3rd. I don't know what happened to him, but he dropped well off the back of the top 3. He's really going to have to work now if he's going to take a podium position, getting it well out of shape through turn 6. He's got to watch out. Wash Data homing in on him now. He's going to have enough speed to try it through the second last corner, is he? The Williams moves to defend, sends the Mercedes out onto the curb, holding it together. He'll just line up the Williams now down the start-finish straight. We've got a Ferrari off down there. Clean break's out of the race, actually. Clean break is gone. As the Mercedes of Wash Data. Oh, he thought about a move into turn 1. Decides to bide his time and see if he can get it done into turn 3. Hopefully we don't get a safety car here for that Ferrari. He's got going again, has he? Clean break, or am I looking at the wrong Ferrari? Steely's in the pits. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. As Bidetron, Daniel Koo, RBR in 3rd. Ooh, sorry for that poor directing there. Lap 35, about 1.5 to go. Banana Cake Pie dropping through the field. I think he had to serve that drive-through penalty there, Buster. Hello to Buster in the comments. Good to have you back. Nice to meet your acquaintance once more. RBR still close to the back of Daniel Koo. It's another penalty for Bompton B. Hibbs. Bidetron looking in control here. He's got 1 lap, albeit in slippery conditions, between himself and victory in the Austrian Grand Prix. This is where the nerves start to kick in. You could do it for the 35 laps previously. You can do it in a nice rhythm, nice and relaxed. Then when you know you're leading the last lap with another guy less than a second behind you, plenty of hours practicing on the sims. This is what it all comes down to. Hello, Anthony Bate in the comments. He's cheering on Trin. Let's go, Trin. We're going with B. Detrin. Oh, maybe we'll just go with Trin. That might be easier. He's looking the absolute goods at the moment. He's holding his nerve. He's still keeping that gap to 1 second from the others. B. Detrin. This has been quite a performance. Started in 6th place. Held his nerve. Made up 5 important places. Takes the win in the Austrian Grand Prix. Daniel Koo 2nd. RBR 3rd. And a good effort there from Wash Data in 4th. Deeth just holds on to 5th from Davis in 6th in the Alpine, who gets demoted after penalties behind Gaming Burger. And Bompton B. Hibbs in 8th place. Pondon in 9th. And the last point there, well, went to Sir SSJ Assassin. Not sure how much of that driving he was doing himself there, but either way, that was a fantastic opening edition of the Pacific Open Series. Oh, if the rest of the season's like that, I'm going to have no voice left. That was fantastic. Congratulations, Aston Martin. Congratulations, B. Detrin. Driver of the day goes to Gaming Burger. He finished 6th after starting way down in 13th place. Massive effort. So I think between himself and the leader, they made up about a combined 12 or 13 places. And that proved to be crucial for this man in the end. Podium celebrations get underway. That's going to be all I'm going to give you guys tonight. Thanks for joining us, and thank you to everyone who joined in the comments during the race. It's been good to be back after a few seasons hiatus, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays out. But until this time next week, that's all we've got for you. It is bye for now.